Hi guys, Maikeru here. Just a quick video to showcase the fastest way to farm elite clue scrolls. You get 6 elite clues an hour with this method, and it's a particular method with shadow creatures in a personal slayer dungeon. All you need to do is go over to shadow creatures in Prith, and you want to get 4 of the truthful shadow creatures. These are the lowest level, and they seem to drop clues at the same rate as the highest tier shadow creature, and they're way easier to kill. This means in general you're going to get more clues per hour by actually killing the smaller ones than the higher ones. Although I do grab the soul of one of the medium ones, so one blissful soul, just so it can fully keep up your tier 99 prayer, while using and extending the penance aura. I spoke to Triple Dylan about this method for obtaining elite clues, and this is how he personally does them, and he has over 10,000 done. I'll leave a link to his YouTube channel in the description. If you enjoy anything clue related, you can go check him out. So this is the method that he uses to get his elite clue scrolls really quickly. There we go, got the souls off to the player-owned Slayer dungeon. Putting the souls in, as you can see, it's 4 of the small ones and 1 mid-tier shadow creatures. No manifest, none of the big ones, only 4 truthful and 1 blissful. If you take a look where I'm standing right now, this spot is very, very important, and this is the spot that you want to stand the whole time doing shadow creatures. I'll explain more about this spot when we get into the method. I just want to quickly showcase my setup. So on screen now is my setup. You can see my gear, my inventory, and my action bar. I'll speak more about my action bar and why I'm using a scythe when we get into the method. But when it comes to the actual gear I'm using, I am using trimmed masterwork. I'm using a normal masterwork helm which can be repaired. Then I'm using trim masterwork top, legs, and boots. Using the trim masterwork is actually cheaper than augmented tier 90 normal masterwork. As long as the trim masterwork is custom fit, it degrades 50% slower and actually has a lower upkeep cost than masterwork. At least for now it's cheaper than normal masterwork, but in the future it may change. If you don't have custom fit trim masterwork or you don't want to use it, you can save a little bit of money and use Torva instead. But if you're just using bandos here, it may not be strong enough, and I definitely would advise at least Torva. When it comes to my perks, I am using Scavenging free, Impatient free, Biting free, and Crackling free. Cinderbanes are the best here because they can be poisoned. Then I've got a weapon poison in my inventory that stacks with the Cinderbanes. Amulet of Souls is nice because it increases your soul split. Then just take a tier 4 luck ring and anything else you have in the other slots, such as a god book for passive bonuses. On my scythe I have Aftershock 3 and P3E2. I take 2 Supreme Overload salves. You can probably take Holy Overloads and it'll work just as well. I take 3 aggro pots, 1 replenishment pot, some super restores, the weapon poison, a couple of panic food which you don't really need but it's there if my prayer falls or something like that, a gem bag, a spring cleaner, enhanced Excalibur, and the Slayer Codex to teleport to the Sunken Pyramid. If you don't have 50 souls to teleport to the Sunken Pyramids, you can take a house teleport tab and put your house in Menethos. I usually extend penance to 2 hours, then I'll use my Premier Club to reset penance. I pretty much don't do these without penance, but it's very easy to do without it. It's just less AFK because you actually have to watch your prayer and drink your restores and stuff like that. Anyway, now with that being said, let's get into the actual method of where to stand and how to kill them. You want to kill your 4 truthful and 1 blissful shadow in your small room with Penance Aura. Penance Aura with these will allow you to keep up your tier 99 melee prayer and soul split infinitely. I did say that you had to stand in a specific spot, and this is the reason for that. As you can see where I'm standing, you are between 2 spawns of the shadow creatures. As you can see in this screenshot, I have hit that one that's coming towards me with a hurricane as it spawned, which means my aggro pot didn't even have to pick it up. This is why I have Hurricane and Quake before Zerk, because you want to do as much AoE as you possibly can to try and aggro all of those before your pot even picks them up. That then gives your pot more time to pick up the shadow creatures that spawn a little bit further away. This also maximizes your uptime in DPS. This is why a scythe is better than a ZGS here, because a ZGS wouldn't pick those shadow creatures up off of spawn with a hurricane or a quake because it wouldn't have scythe range. Even though it deals more damage and shadow creatures stack up, it's better doing it this way because you're going to pick them up much easier and just have constant uptime. As you can see where I'm standing, you want to make sure that you're standing in line with the two little pots and the very bottom of the entrance barrier. If you stand here, then you'll be in between these two spawns and be able to AoE them down perfectly. Then once you're standing in the spot and AoEing them down, that's pretty much all there is to it. You'll get around 6 elite clues an hour. So far in my testing, I've gathered 150 elite clues and I've been averaging 6.1 clues an hour. Hopefully you did like this video. Give it a like if you did enjoy. I know it was only a short one, but I did want to showcase the best method for elite clues right now. And this is it. And as always, until next time, see ya.